What's going on, everyone? What's going on? Feel like it's been too long. It's been a crazy 2 months for me. So appreciate all the support. Hope everyone's having a good summer. I think it's been like 3 months since I've done a live stream, so I apologize. I'll make sure I keep it up better. It's just been crazy here in my house and everything what we're dealing with. What's going on, everybody? Yeah, Mountain Thrills. Hope you're doing well. California coasting. Chris, hope the baby's well. Alan Trotter, thanks for inviting me on that Europe trip. Matt Carls, enjoy doing your activity you're doing now. CP Coaster Lover, I know you had a good trip. John Reed, what's going on? It's Jenny. I remember them. Jenny and John from Fiesta. Iron Menace is 8 out of 10. Boy, it feels great to be back. Edutainment, what's going on? It's fun. I need to get on a live stream with Edutainment because his energy is just crazy. Oh, Coaster Serpent, you went to Knoebels without me? You're an ASS hole, man. What the heck? Bring the hair back, Brandon. Yeah, I would, but it thins out in the back, you know? I used to have a nice set of hair up here and then just started thinning out. And so, photos, if you see, if I turn my head, you can see it, I guess. I don't know. So, yeah, I want to talk about coasters, the announcement season, predictions, Top Thrill 2, you name it. Mason should be in here in a minute to say hi for a few moments. And then the kids are going to bed. Yeah, Matt, you're right. I did start losing my hair when you entered my life, Matt. Yes, that's pretty good. GRL Power Coasters, what's going on? Coaster World, you make awesome videos. Thank you very much. I try. Yes, it's been too long. So anyways, wow, I'm beyond words. 75 people in 2 minutes. Thank you all so much. Please give the live a thumbs up. So if y'all don't know, Dollywood has gotten a crazy amount of rain today, and it's flooding pretty hardcore. I believe people are still stranded in the parking lot trying to get out. It's pretty insane, actually. So I hope they can get everything figured out and cleaned up and opening tomorrow. Actually, it's ironic. I talked about last night or yesterday with the wife about maybe swinging up there for today, doing a day trip out of it with the kids, but I'm glad we didn't do it. Obviously, it was so rainy. So, Thrill Productions, I hope you get on to a new rides in your new park sooner than 2025 or 2026. Coaster Scorpion, congratulations on school and everything else. I'm glad you're able to get to Great Adventure. What's going on, Adam? Hope you're doing well. All right, so I'm going to answer a lot of questions and just kind of share thoughts about the industry and the announcements and stuff. But are you going to Europe soon? You know, it's funny. I wanted to go in 2020, I think this year actually. But then, yep, you come on in. Then my kid was really into this stuff, and I didn't really want to go without him. And so now I'll probably wait till he's really into it. So probably 2025, maybe 2026. Say hi.
Hey.
That's Mason. What are you wearing? Yeah, that's from Roller Coaster Rodeo. The most fun coaster event there is. If you're not going next year, change your life, do something different. I know someone actually who he donated a lot of blood to get donations, and he did Uber driving around for what's it called? Those little delivery things. I can't even think of it. Anyways, Uber and what's the other one? I don't ever use it. What's the delivery service? Someone help me out here. What that is? It's.
Huh?
Oh, I can't think. It's not
Come
Uber
on,
Eats.
somebody help us.
DoorDash. Yes, DoorDash. Anyway, someone, a good friend of mine, DoorDashed all around, and they did Lyft to raise up money to go to Roller Coaster Rodeo. But yeah, definitely check it out. Highly, highly recommend it.
Can I show them the new roller coaster?
You can show them the new roller coaster thing. Everyone says, "What's up, Mason?" Mason, say hi.
Hi.
A new update just been posted. Or what? Oh, King Corgi. Okay, so you're on Twitter. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll check it out once I'm done with this. Let's see.
And I got some roller coaster.
Show them real fast. Which one is that?
Magnum.
That's Magnum. We got Magnum at Cedar Point.
We got the Thorny Park hole.
The Thorny Park the whole skyline. I love these, by the way. I recommend these totally because they just pop out, pop right in.
And I have a bunch
it's
of
so
more.
easy. Yeah, we're not gonna show them all though, buddy.
I just want to show them
Show them Top Thrill 2. That's a cool one. This Top Thrill 2 behind me has seen more operation than the ride itself. Okay, I'm not. Oh boy.
I'll take one away.
Yeah, rodeo was great. Totally.
I'll take this one away.
Yeah, Phoenix Coaster Serpent is awesome. Highly recommend. I highly agree to that. Not recommend.
Here's the Top Thrill 2 one.
Yeah, Top Thrill 2. This is massive. So I like the Top Thrill 2 a lot. It's really big and pretty good quality. These things kind of stink though. It's hard to like line it up 100%.
And the spike was so
Yeah,
hard.
I had to super glue the spike, and you could tell it's not the most perfect thing, but that's why we don't touch it too much. Leave it up there.
Yep.
All right, put these back.
It's just like King for Call, but
I have not made it to Arnold's Park yet. I need to. Definitely want to. Alan, you should know what Carowinds is getting in 2025. It's a Camp Snoopy expansion. Maybe put these back, buddy.
And it's going to have the new ride what Kings Island
Yeah,
has.
I have a new roller coaster, either like the Vekoma Family Boomerang, like Kings Island, or what Canada's Wonderland has in their launch coaster for the family launch coaster. Yes, at least we had a ride to get on Top Thrill 2. It was so good. I really hope it opens up. I do not know anything. Like, the employees don't even know what the heck's happening. I do expect us to hear an announcement probably this week leading into August. I think that's a really good time for Cedar Point to make another updated announcement. But I kind of feel like if it doesn't have an opening soon, then it might not open the rest of the year. Like, I'm leaning more towards that, if anything else, at this point. It sucks. We'll see.
My roller coaster came back.
Yep.
Give me.
Thoughts on the new SeaWorld San Antonio coaster for 2025? I think it's a new kid area expansion, which is cool. So it's definitely a family coaster. And really, that park, I like SeaWorld San Antonio. It's just every new ride that they build, I feel like I could have picked a better ride that would have brought in more people for the same amount of money that they spent on that ride. But we'll see. Theme park motivation. Enjoy your concert. Thank you. But yeah, I definitely feel like that park could use like something like Pantheon, maybe something different. I love Texas Stingray. It's great, but they could definitely use something. Yep, and then they could really even use.
And here's the best ones you can find.
Yep.
At theme parks.
Yeah, these are pretty cool too. They're just pop right out.
Them off, and there's like 2 pieces to build.
Yep, 2 pieces.
Yep.
But anyway, speaking of San Antonio, I would love for them to build a Giga, just because I think it makes a lot of sense. They have the room.
A Diamondback one there too.
Yeah, so I think Valley Fair will be getting a new coaster probably 2026, 2027. Definitely soon, because we already seen Worlds of Fun get one, and then Dorney Park get one. So I do think that Valley Fair and Michigan's Adventure is next. What do you do for a living? Well, I stay-at-home dad and YouTube content creator. I got to say goodnight to my daughter. 1 second. Come here, little girl. Say hi to everybody. You want to say hi? Say hi. Look at all. Can you wave? Can you wave?
Say wave.
Say good night. Show them your baby. That's your baby. All right. Good night, little girl. Let's get some sleep, okay? I got questions to answer. Macy, you have like 5 minutes left, okay?
Okay.
All right. See you in the morning. Her bottom's messed up there. There you go. Good night. All right.
Mommy, don't forget.
Yeah, she got so big. Yeah. She's whew. That's why I don't have hair in the back. Surveillance, what's going on, my brother? Hope you're doing well. Thoughts on the Great America Teaser campaign? I've been predicting they're getting a dive coaster for over a year now, and I'm gonna stick to that. I think the things that make the most sense is either a record-breaking RMC single rail or a B&M dive coaster, and I just feel like a dive coaster that goes over the Rip One or the Rapids area, or they remove the Rapids right altogether to build it. Yes, go.
Do you know how tall Falcon's Flight's going to be?
They want to know how tall Falcon's Flight's going to be, the world's tallest roller coaster. See if they know. Do you think Kentucky Kingdom will get a new coaster next year? Probably not next year due to it being like so soon, but maybe 2026 for sure. Hopefully, it's about time. I think they're all saying, I don't know the official off the top of my head, but it's really tall. That bunny, or not the bunny hill, crap, the main airtime hill, you can fit Keen caught underneath it. It's insane. What's her name? It's Talon. It originated from Talon, like the Talon, the slogan from Dorney Park, like the claws. I want her to be fierce. And then we kind of played around with the verbiage of it and turned it into more, I guess, more feminine, pretty for it. 639.8 feet.
For Falcon's Flight?
Yes, Texas really does need a good multi-launch coaster. I agree with you on that one, 100%. Top Thrill 2, could it be soon? I think the announcements, I think the updated, not necessarily announcement, but updated messaging or updated information will be given out to us soon, yes. I've been thinking about making another video with more thoughts on it, but I don't know. I don't want to do too many videos and just, I don't know, but we'll see. I might do one this week. I love Intamin, so my favorite manufacturer. Theme park fans, hi, hope you're doing well.
And right here you can see Falcon's Flight.
That's good. That Kentucky Kingdom's hopefully getting something next year.
And right here you can see Falcon's Flight.
That's Falcon's Flight. Show 'em. Whoa, big airtime hill. That's huge. I like that. Do I think Carowinds would entertain replacing Ricochet with the Wild Moose? Ricochet still runs really good for them, and it's pretty reliable. I don't think they'll replace it with that. I think maybe in 5 to 10 years, maybe. But
they should remove it because those brakes are just...
Yeah, the brakes stink. I'm over at Carowinds maintenance department because on Hurler, Afterburn, and Ricochet, it's probably one more I'm forgetting, but you just slam into the brakes so hard. I went to Dorney Park and their Wild Mouse, and I'm going to the brake run with Mason. I'm like, I'm holding on for dear life. Like it's not to be too much, but it's like a nut crusher. I'm holding on like, oh my gosh, and then it just slid in. I'm like, oh, this is so nice. Carowinds, you just halt, and it's almost uncomfortable. Carowinds will be getting basically a new water ride for the families. They're going to bring back the train ride with re-theme to it, the kid train ride, and then they're going to be getting a new kid coaster. Oh, I like that, Adam. Having a Lake Winnie Wild Moose over the lake. Adam, you know Adam. What about Kings Island, new big coaster? I think 2026. They're getting a water coaster next year for Soak City, which desperately needs a water coaster or even just any attraction. So that's what's happening there, which is good. Yeah, Alan, which one's better? You just went on this crazy Europe trip. Which one's better, Voltron, Ride of Happiness, or Hyperia? Let me know. I'm curious. Like, judging by those three, I think I would like. It's so hard. I think I would like Ride of Happiness the most, and then like just a slither Voltron, then Hyperia, just because how short it is. Yes, we please give the stream a thumbs up. That'll be great. I appreciate it.
You said thumbs up? Okay.
Where do I think King's Dominion's Wing Coaster will be placed in the park's lineup? I would go just based off layouts and what I like in a coaster. I would go Project 305, whatever it's going to be called next year, Twisted Timbers, Grizzly, then the Wing. But what they've done with Grizzly is phenomenal. I'm one of the rare people out that have always enjoyed Grizzly. That tunnel is phenomenal. And I've always had a slogan since I was a kid. What happens in the tunnel stays in the tunnel. Me and a bunch of friends of mine made up the joke. That's what we've always said years ago. But I really like the Grizzly. How to prevent my body from getting used to coasters so I can get adrenaline from coasters? I mean, one way to do it for me is like watch the POV a few times so you know like what to expect, and then kind of like use your body to lean with it, so it like eases up the shock on the body of you're going this way then that way. But most importantly, start slow. Go on the smaller coasters first and then work your way up and get your body to be used to it.
See Falcon's Flight's biggest airtime.
Do it one more time, then you're going to bed, buddy. Whoa. So anyways, what's it called? What's my credit count? Like 430 something. I don't really keep a hard count on it. Didn't ride Hyperia, but he has ridden Ride Happiness as my overall number one. Wow. So Ride Happiness, Alan, is your favorite coaster ever over any RMC? Do I think Six Flags Magic Mountain will announce their, I guess, new coaster? Yes, I think in the next month or so. Cameron Hall, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Do you think King's Dominion will retheme Backlot Stunt Coaster and Flight of Fear to fit in Jungle X in 2025? Yes, yes, yes. When do I think Anaconda will get removed? I mean, not for a while. I think it's going to be for, I think it's safe for at least 3 to 4 more years. I mean, it's easy to operate, hardly has any downtime, and people still ride it. You might not have a lot of people riding it, but people still ride it. Thank you about the compliments on my kids. I did not see Carowinds' new YouTube short. What they say, Carolina Coasters. Do I force my son to go on roller coasters? When he try to put them on, does he try to resist? And is he enthusiast just like you are? Yeah, he loves them. Sometimes he like cries and gets all upset about it. And it's like, all right, Mason, you've been on bigger rides than this. Like Kings Island's new coaster. Kings Island's new coaster, you didn't want to ride. And I'm like, you've been on Big Bear Mountain, Cobra's Curse.
Like,
and so he's like crying and stuff. So I'm like, Mason, I always push the button on the train. Everyone knows about you push the button and it slows it down a little bit for them.
Oh, yeah,
so yeah, so it slows it down for him. And so that he enjoys it then. But then once he rides it, he loves it. He gets back in line, does it all over again. So I never like force. I might get more frustrated than most because like I know what the ride does. And it's like, all right, dude, you've been on bigger rides than this. You're making a big deal out of a small thing. We just have to get him on Fire Chaser at Dollywood. That's the only thing that's left.
I hate going backwards.
But you King's Island because you went backwards. And Cobra's Curse. You have no excuse anymore, little kid. Jordan Freeman, thank you very much for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Has something happened to El Toro Ryan? I saw one of his videos. People were commenting, RIP El Toro Ryan. Last time I've chatted with him, he's on vacation or he was on vacation with family and he's just hanging out. He just had a kid. So the kid's almost 10 months now, I think 9 to 10 months old. So he's just doing the dad life. Hey, you need to finish one more set because it's time for bed. So he's doing good, I think. Hopefully I will text him, see if he responds to make sure. Let's see here. El Toro Ryan. What's going on, brother? People on my live stream are worried about you, making sure you're doing okay. All good, question mark. I just texted him. So, well, there's mommy. Time to go to bed. Say good night, buddy. Good night. Come here. Come here.
Night.
Good night. Love you. Get some sleep.
And
go to bed fast.
Blue keychain, too.
Blue keychain. Yep, blue keychain. Here's his little roller coaster he brings to bed every time. Come on, go. All right, Adam, thank you very much for the super chat. Oh, real fast. New details, August 7th. Hey, guys, August 7th, Carowinds is announcing their stuff. I didn't think that. They think I'm talking to you guys. I'm talking to my kids. That's cool. I'm excited for that. That'll be good. Adam, did you hear the guy screaming on Wilderness Run last week? Yeah, I did. I heard him across the park, actually. I was in line for Thunderstriker. And I heard a guy screaming. I thought something major happened, but he was fine. If I wanted to compare Joe Burrow to a coaster, which one would it be? That's a good one. I would probably say, that's tough. Mako, because like it just goes on and attacks. It's such a good ride. And Joe Burrow attacks. He just got to stay healthy. Do I think Six Flags will RMC the boss? I think in the future it's definitely a possibility. Hopefully so. It makes a lot of sense. Patrick, Ryan, what's going on? To my friend. Hope you're doing well. John Reed, thank you. Yeah, that was we didn't know though that night, you know what I'm saying? Like we had no idea all that stuff was out there and we were thirsty. We had to pay that dumb $1.30 surcharge. I'm glad that's gone now. That was a great weekend. Definitely recommend Roller Coaster Rodeo. I do not know if I'll go back next year due to me being there 2 times in a row and only have like I only get to go on like 3 or 4 like coaster trips a year. And I'm waiting for my buddy Matt, who still can't walk very well. So everyone say some prayers, some good thoughts to Matt. He's on the live stream. He needs to feel better because I miss hanging out with him and doing trips with him. And he says, tell Mason, Alpengeist. Mason gets upset at Matt for saying Alpengeist for some reason. All right, let's see here. When do you think Top Thrill 2 will reopen? And do you think that Top Thrill 2 will reopen this year? Again, I think they'll be making an announcement this week probably or the week after, and we'll know a lot more then. I don't have any inside information, unfortunately. Even the team members don't even know what's going on. So it's a complete cluster, and it's ridiculous. Do I plan on coming up to ride Flash when it opens? If it opens this year, yes, potentially. We'll see. I already did my big trip up there this year, so we will see. I might try to swing up to go to Dorney for Haunt, and then scoot over to Great Adventure for a weekend. We will see. They don't excite you. Well, I mean, maybe you have a different tolerance of, like adrenaline, which is okay too. I mean, or just try to ride some crazy roller coasters that might get you more excited. Everyone has their thing, Do you think Six Flags Great America will refurbish Steam-In? I mean, maybe down the road. It's still a good ride. I like it a lot. Proud of you, Thrill Productions. Good job with the YouTube content. Yes, I'm ready for football season. Go Bengals. Who's everyone's football team? Please comment in the comments. Who's your football team? I would love to know. Yeah, the Kid Flash coasters, they're gone. I don't ever see those rides reopening. I think Skyline they do a good job with GCI and stuff like that for the most part, but those rides are a pain in the butt. Georgia's hasn't been open hardly ever, and it's ridiculous. Go Bengals, Chiefs, Patriots, Buccaneers. Did I have GP parents? Yeah, kind of. My mom, so we didn't have much growing up. So my mom, we had Kings Island 45 minutes away, but we couldn't afford to go. But her work, she was able to go to once a year for their company picnic at Kings Island. So we'd go once a year, and that was like the highlight of my summer. And then my dad started taking my sister and I to Cedar Point once a year, on top of going to Kings Island once a year, and that was really it. And then it wasn't until I became just obsessed with drawing coasters and stuff. And then once I got a job, was able to pay for stuff myself, I started going to Kings Island more. Then it wasn't until I was 21 until I started meeting my good friends that I met at Kings Island. I started doing road trips, and I realized there's a lot more people like me who love roller coasters and theme parks, and I'm not the only weird one. So that was pretty cool. Yes, I've heard of Lost Island in Waterloo. I would like to go there one day before it closes. I hope it doesn't close, but I don't know. I think Carowinds will probably, what I'm hearing is Carowinds is going to get the launch coaster like Canada's Wonderland's family coaster. Yeah, I'm really intrigued about Canada's Wonderland's new coaster because it's a huge plot of land, and Amusement Insider just created this layout of, I guess, prediction of what the layout could be like. And if this ride's like half as good as that, it might be the best coaster at Wonderland. I've never been there before, so I need to get a passport, and I'm going to be heading up there and checking out because I need to get on that ride. All right, so good news. El Toro Ryan is all good here, just doing summer stuff with the family. So yes, he's all right. So whoever was concerned about El Toro Ryan, he's all is good. Coaster Serpent, I would agree to you to a point, but I like having the Flying Eagles at Carowinds as mountain gliders so I can ride them with my son since I operated them at Kings Island their last year there in 2004. But I agree that ride should have never left Cincinnati, and it's just a real shame. And now at Carowinds, the cycle's so short and it's not as fast. So by the time you even get any momentum to snap, it's like the ride's over with. I've only been out like 2 or 3 times this year. I need to ride it more. It's annoying. All right, Matt Carls, thank you for the super chat. He asked, is football the one you kick with your foot or where you hold the ball with your hands? It's the one with the baseball bat and you hit the ball out of the park for a home run. Yes, I would love to have an extreme spinner for the Vortex plot of land. That'd be great at Kings Island. Evelyn, thank you so much. I love your t-shirt designs. I appreciate it. I just design my own merch and try to make some fun with it and wear them in the parks. Gives me something to wear and other people too. So thank you all very much. Check out keepridingcoasters.com. What are your predictions for Six Flags St. Louis 25 and 26? Honestly, like with this merger, I have no idea. I don't even think the Six Flags parks know what they're getting next year. At least it's not, unless it's like a major coaster. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens for all the Six Flags parks. Hey, King Corgi, how are you? Do you live up there or are you staying up there for a few nights to check on Top Thrill 2? Let's see here. Do you think Carowinds will eventually get a GCI Woody? I would love to have one in the what's it called? The Dinos plot of land. Are the Bengals your favorite team? 100%. I used to love the NBA, but I haven't really followed it much in the last 3 or 4 years. Baseball is okay. I like baseball when it comes to the postseason. Hockey, I like hockey, but I just don't have time to sit and watch the games. But when the Carolina Hurricanes are in the playoffs, I'll sit and watch them as I'm working. What's my favorite amusement park? Amusement park would probably be, Cedar Point is just, I grew up there, so I love it. Knoebels is right there, but my favorite park is Silver Dollar City. Raptor Will 59, thank you so much for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. What's more likely, Giga for Worlds of Fun or a mock launch? Definitely a mock launch. But again, with this merger, any plans for any of these Cedar Fair parks could be on hold because now they have Six Flags parks to really clean up. So it'll be interesting. I really feel like Worlds of Fun, if Zambezi Zinger has done well for the park, I don't know if it has or not. I've yet to make it out there to ride it. I know it's facing some downtime this year, I believe. I hope it's done well. So hopefully the park can kind of, get some money, some profit from the ride to put towards the next coaster, hopefully by the end of the decade, hopefully. Yes, New England filed a permit for a new project with the city of Agawam. Yes, it's a new coaster. It will be most likely in the Goliath plot of land. I hope they tear down Flashback 2 for it. But as I predicted in the past, I think it's an intimate launch coaster. Yes, I think Camp Snoopy will expand onto Cedar Point, Millennium Island, or they will use that island for like a flat ride package, kind of like Aeronautica at Carowinds. Maybe 3 or 4 flat rides on the island and connecting Frontier Trail with Gemini Midway. I just think it makes the most sense. Where do you think the U.S. Raptor for 2025 is going? That's a good question. There's a lot of little smaller parks that could get one. It could be, I honestly don't know. You're lucky Cedar Point, your home park. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the Flash at Great Adventure Coaster Serpent. You're right. Like if there was 2 trains on, it's a different story. It's a great looking ride. I feel like it's gonna be a top 3, top 4 ride there. But operations are gonna be horrible. 1 train ops at Great Adventure with a 20 person train. Forget that. That ride could have done so much better, like a New England or Six Flags America, and then have a coaster with a little bit more throughput for Great Adventure. Cat 1234, yeah, I think it's either going to be a family intimate launch coaster or it's going to be a launch coaster that has a couple inversions, a little bit more aggressive. I'm hoping for that, but who knows? Kings Island's your home park. It's a great park. Don't forget to check out my video today. I just released Kings Island's top, how I rank the coasters at Kings Island. I'm sure it might piss a lot of people off. I can't wait to see it, but check it out. It's live now, and I give my prediction as to when Kings Island I think will get their next coaster. You guys are asking great questions tonight. I greatly appreciate it. Really enjoy this. Keep them coming. Yeah, I really feel like Dorney Park with Iron Menace and Jessica now being at that park, like they have a very bright future. And I'm very excited to see what happens next because 2025 will be a water park capital. I think 2026 will be a flat ride. And then maybe 28, 29 could be new coaster. I mean, it'll be interesting. We'll see, but she knows what she's doing. Jay Leo, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it. What do you predict for Magic Mountain? Obviously, it's a new coaster. I think it's Vekoma. I think it's a Vekoma multi-launch of some kind. I think it'll have like a unique element to it that we've never seen before. Maybe like a unique top hat that I don't know. I think it's gonna be tall, not hyper tall. I don't think, but it could be. But I doubt it. I just think it's gonna be definitely Vekoma. It's gonna launch you, and it's gonna feature something like crazy. I'm intrigued by it. What will Kennywood's next coaster be? Still Curtain 2.0. They'll call Zamperla to reimagine it. Yeah. Excluding the Giga, what type of coaster do you see coming to BGT next? I really think like a good, solid. That's tough. Like I want to say a wing coaster would make a lot of sense for that park. Just the sensation of what you have as you ride, like a launched wing coaster, that would be really cool. But obviously, I think the Giga comes first, and then we'll see after that. I really hope Flashback at New England's not staying. I think we'll get the next update for Top Thrill 2 probably this week. Ooh, that's a good prediction, Adam. A Big Bear Mountain ripoff with a Six Flags level of theming. I love Big Bear Mountains. I'd be cool with that. Yeah, CP Coaster Lover. What's up, my friend? Hershey Park has been working on this rather large area. It's not big enough for a coaster unless it's for the station and stuff. I don't see them getting a coaster next year. But I think it's a Screaming Swing or some thrilling flat ride, which is so needed. Hershey Park desperately needs a new flat ride. So I'm cool with that. Could you say, hi, Norman, keep riding coasters. He's a huge fan, loves the catchphrase. That's great. Love it. Yeah, think positive, smile today, and keep riding coasters. That's what you got to do. Thank you, Lincoln. Thank you. If you're more excited about CP's next flat ride, if you're more excited about Cedar Point's next flat ride or rather a new coaster, I mean, I'd rather a new coaster, but with the whole Top Thrill 2 cluster, it would not surprise me at all. Whatever Cedar Point had planned in 2026 is going to be pushed back to, 2025 will be pushed back to 2026. I don't know what the reasoning for all the markings on the Top Thrill 2 structure is. That's a good question for Koji, whatever his name was. He does it. He does all the different pictures up on X. I've been posting. He's been at the park in these high quality images of them like inspecting the track. It's pretty wild. Coasters to get removed in 2025. Top Thrill 2. Case Family Vlogs. What's going on, bro? Hope the family's doing well. I love all your Kings Island videos. Should they made the top hat on Top Thrill 2 500 feet? I don't think that's possible with the structure. But I just want to ride this and be open. So at this point, Kara wants they're getting a new Camp Snoopy expansion in 2025 and then 2026. I'm hoping that we'll get the coaster. It could be 2027, but we desperately need it. The park isn't having the best of years. It's better than it was last year, but you can tell they need another solid ride there that's just really good, because it's after the top four, it just falls off so fast. Will Hershey ever get a Giga? I would hope so. I know they have the town there and there's regulations on what they can and can't build, but Hershey brings a lot of money in for that town, and Giga's bringing a ton of money for the park. So, where there's a will, there's a way. I'm sure they can work things out potentially. And another thing too is there's not really that many residents that live that close to Hershey on certain sides of the park, that is. So I think there's definitely ways. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. Let's see here. Yeah, so he's at Twitter now. Y'all can't see, but that's what's going on now. Definitely doing some weird stuff to it. He sent me videos too. I'll reshare the videos on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, be sure to do so. Talks King, yeah, King's Dominion. I'll tell you, their new coaster, which is being announced, everyone, on Wednesday. I cannot wait. I'm sure Airtime Mike is thrilled, as he should be. That park has a bright future, let me tell you. I love King's Dominion. I have loved what Cedar Fair has done to that park the last 4 or 5 years. But this launched B&M Wing Coaster, that first hill, it's not an inversion. It's like almost like a wave turn almost, or over bank, if you will. I think it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that sensation, and that ride, the way it interacts with the midway of the Jungle X area is really, really cool. Oh, this is a good question. Do I prefer Kings Island or Cedar Point? Re-rideability standpoint, Kings Island for the fast lane, because their merge points are better. You don't have metal detectors, and it's just more enjoyable. Cedar Point, obviously, you have the better rides. I prefer Cedar Point more, but Kings Island is really growing on me, because it's like almost impossible to have a bad experience there. And Cedar Point, with just all the major rides, sometimes rides break down, and when it's a bad day, if you have Top Thrill 2 down, then Steel Vengeance breaks down, the Maverick breaks down. It's like, oh, geez. That's a good question here. If Universal goes ahead with the UK park, what type of coasters do you see opening with that park? I would love to see like an updated version of like Revenge of the Mummy. Maybe a new like Hagrid style ride. And I would love to see another hypercoaster. Well, they don't have a what's it called? Hollywood Dream over in Japan. It's like a B&M mini hyper. It's really cute. Like, I wish USF would have had that instead of Rip Ride Rocket. So I could see the park opening up with like 2 major coasters and then like 1 kid coaster. What are your questions, Coaster Charlie? So I get a lot of people on here, my friend. What roller coaster would thrill someone that got no adrenaline on any rides at Indiana Beach or Six Flags St. Louis? Top Thrill 2, King de Ka. I would go Maverick at Cedar Point, Steel Vengeance, Iron Gwazi, to name a few. Those would get my adrenaline pumping big time. All right, Coaster Maniacs, thank you so much for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it. Six Flags New England could be adding something where the Super Loop was. That park, here's a funny story real fast. I was up there about a month ago, 3 weeks ago. I was supposed to meet my buddy there, and he ditched out the last second. And I'm like, my mother-in-law is watching the kids. My wife's out with her girlfriends. I'm going to go to the park, have some fun on a Friday night. So I went for like 2.5 hours. I wasn't even wearing my polos or nothing, because I was just there to be a guest. And while I'm there by myself, I might as well film, at least make a vlog. So I started walking around the park, making a vlog for like the 10 things that the new Cedar Fair will change at this park, or this park needs to change. And then like after like a few minutes of filming, security walks up. Excuse me, sir. And I'm like, oh, I stopped recording. I'm like, yes. And apparently a guest was complaining. They felt I made them feel uncomfortable. And I'm just like filming me on the camera, and I've done a lot of vlogging, never had that happen before. So I was like, oh boy. So I stopped the video, and it was like an awkward like moment. I'm like, I just try to wear my polos, especially when I'm there doing videos and stuff. So it's more official, I guess, because I was just some guy in a hat and a polo and shorts. Maybe I look like a creeper. I don't know. But yeah. I think Rip Rod Rocket will be gone in 2 years. And I hopefully it's a hypercoaster of like a mock rides or a B&M. I don't think it'll be a B&M due to the supports having to spread out further. Mock rides, I think it could be a little skinnier support structure for that size of a ride. Magnum and the magic seat. Yeah, Magnum's great. I love it. Thank you, Leslie. I appreciate you. What do I think the next coaster will be at Six Flags Over Georgia? Great question, Todd. The go-karts area really has me really intrigued because it's flat. I know it floods a little bit on that side, but not as much as like back towards the other side, I believe. Maybe it does flood there. I'm not entirely sure, but I would love to see a multi-launch coaster. I've been saying it for a while now. I think that would be really a good fit for the park. If they're going to like drop a lot of money into it, I think a launched wing coaster would do really well for Over Georgia, but we'll see. Do I see Vekoma being the best manufacturer in the world in a few years? It's so tough because all these manufacturers are like really stepping up now. And I love what Vekoma is doing. 5 years ago, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, I'm like, Vekoma sucks. I never want to ride one again. They're really, really doing well. And Intamin, I love Intamin, RMC, B&M. It'll be interesting. But Vekoma is one of the best for sure. Do I think Six Flags America should remove Firebird? Yes, that ride eventually, its lifespan, it's the first B&M coaster ever built. Opened up, I think, in 91 or 1990, and Great America as a stand-up Iron Wolf. Sorry. I definitely see it getting removed probably next 5-6 years. Will Michigan's Adventure get sold? I do not think so because that park is profitable. Ooh, what do you think the next big addition at Silver Dollar City will be? I think that's a good Matt Carl's question. That's his home park. He loves Silver Dollar City. Well, I would say I would go with that park would be a really cool Vekoma. Speaking of Vekoma multi-launch flying coaster like FLY in the woods. Like that would be so super cool if they could do that. Do you think that B&M no longer builds smooth rides since every new one has a rattle? That's interesting. I don't really mind a rattle that much. I understand people do, and I get that. But like with Iron Menace, that little transition as you go to the brake run, I knew there was a jolt because I seen it on the POVs. And all of a sudden it's like, damn, like you feel it. It's not painful really, but it's not like smooth as glass. But I think it's just maybe due to the velocity the train has as you're coming to the brake run off that turn. I don't know, but it'd be interesting to see. What do you think is the worst Six Flags park? Probably La Ronde. I've never been, but probably La Ronde. Would I ever expect a new dark ride at Dollywood? I think they could definitely benefit from a dark ride for sure. Ooh, I like Evelyn. Yeah, tilt coaster at Carowinds at the plot of land that Nighthawk sits on. It's a great idea. I never thought about that. I would like that. That'd be cool. Alan, you know what? I'm tired of your attitude tonight, buddy. You're on a roll, man. Diamondback doesn't have that bad of a rattle. The back row, it's so good. Rattle or not, it's so much fun. You're out of your seat more than you're in it. I love it. You're going to Cedar Point this week. Can I get away with not buying Fastlane Plus if I'm there 3 days, all on weekdays? I think you'll be fine, John, if you don't mind waiting in a little bit of line here and there. Just get there early, and in the evening time, try to maximize the time for that too. If Dollywood had a dark ride, what would you be shooting at? It would be really cool for Dollywood and Buc-ee's to get a sponsorship and have a Buc-ee's themed dark ride. So you shoot little Buc-ee's. That'll be cool. Cameron, I know Busch Gardens Williamsburg doesn't have really any bad coasters. What do you think could be the next one to get removed? That's a good question. I mean, really, like which one? I don't see anything getting removed. Obviously, Alpengeist and Apollos would have to get retracked eventually, but I still don't see them tearing those rides out altogether. For Bolton Safe, maybe Tempesto. Maybe they decide to relocate that to. I don't know. That's a really good question. I don't see any coaster getting removed. I mean, hell, even at this point in 10 years, it might be Loch Ness after a while. But I doubt they spent a lot of money at this year. I think that ride is at least in there 20-some years, if not more. Yeah, Carowinds has had a pretty bad year. It's been really hot down here and rain. I mean, obviously the parks blame it on that, but I think it's marketing too. There's more billboards here in Charlotte than there is for Dollywood, or there's more billboards in Charlotte for Dollywood than there is for Carowinds. Yeah, Matt Carl's about the Silver Dollar City. What he would add, this is practically his home park, can easily do a hyper or a giga. Do the lift starting off of a hill. I would love that. I think it'd be really cool. You're going to Six Flags Fiesta, Texas in a week and a half for my first time. I want all your thoughts. What should I ride in order? Fast lane, where to eat? The barbecue restaurant across from the water park's pretty good. I enjoyed that. Even their Fest House, the food was pretty good inside their Fest House. And the order, I get there right at opening, head right to Wonder Woman, Horrible Capacity, knock that one out, and then head over to Rattler, and then do Cliffhanger. Those are the three big ones. Those lines get pretty long. Hot take. Canada's Wonderland is the most overrated amusement park. I don't know. I've never been. I need to go to be in next year when they open up the new coaster. Could Blue Streak at Cedar Point get retracked? I mean, yeah, of course it could always use it, but when I rode Blue Streak, it was running really well. So I love Blue Streak. I rode the Drop Tower Carowinds with CP Coaster Lover last Sunday, actually. So I don't think it'll get removed. I think it's staffing. Yeah, Fastlane is expensive, especially for a family of four. Trust me. Before I started getting, semi good views on YouTube, I never was able to buy Fastlane ever. If I bought a Fastlane, I wouldn't be able to sleep next to my wife for like 2 weeks. So now with the channel and all the things that us content creators do, like most of us, at least for me, I have to have it because I need to have the time to do my film and to take the pictures, to vlog, then to enjoy the park. Or when I'm with my family, I want to spend time with the kids and enjoy what they're thinking. It's exhausting. I remember my first time doing Dollywood, my first time vlogging, like after like 6 hours, 6 hours, I'm like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. Where the day goes. I was just like constantly like shifting back and forth between doing this, and this and that. I'm like, it's crazy. But now I've kind of gotten used to it more. Can I please state how many times have you rode your favorite ride at Carowinds this year? We know it is Hurler. Actually, I only rode Hurler once this year. I was with CP Coaster Lover on Sunday. and I was running pretty good actually. The first 3/4 of the ride was actually pretty smooth. But I think I've been on Woodstock Express probably the most at Carowinds this year with Mason, and then probably Kitty Hawk, and then Fury. So, do I think Kings Island would build an RMC hybrid with Steel Vengeance 3 hours away? I mean, why not? They've already built a B&M inverted coaster, and Banshee and Raptor was there. So I don't ever, people say they won't do things like that. They do all the time. Surveillance. Can you see Kings Island getting a front gate overhaul like Carowinds and Cedar Point? Yes, yes, yes. I don't know. I would like it personally because they don't really do much with the I Street restaurant. If they would ever plan to reopen it, which they should, then they should keep it. But maybe modernize the building a little bit. I just feel like if anything, modernize it and then get a front gate coaster that interacts out in front of it. That'll be really cool. Do I think Six Flags America will add a single rail coaster similar to Wonder Woman at Fiesta for the 2025 season? No, because RMC is not going to make that model anymore. It's too intense. And literally those rides are tearing themselves apart. A larger version of an RMC single rail like Jersey Devil and Wonder Woman at Magic Mountain, hopefully. But I don't think it's 2025. How many Intimidator rides do you have this year? 0. I have 4, maybe 3 Thunder Striker rides this year, Matt. Will Cedar Fair Parks get any Intamins or RMCs with this new Six Flags and Cedar Fair merger? I think everything that the companies prior had issues with, like Gerstlauer for Six Flags and RMC and Intamin for Cedar Fair, I think it's all out the window now because with all these investors expecting results and this major, now the largest theme park chain in the world practically, they need to find the best rides for these parks and what's going to draw in the most people. So I don't think they're going to hold as many stingy grudges as they have in the past. I think the Georgia Surfer Coaster will be fun once it opens. Probably not this year, though. We'll see. Awesome Cat, have a nice time at your appointment. These live streams are kind of hard, though. Not gonna lie, you're talking and thinking, and people are asking questions, so you're thinking, then you read the questions, and my mind's always all over the place, anyways. Fiesta Texas needs something in the boardwalk area. Do you think something like Bobcat at Great Escape would be realistic? I would love a really good, solid GCI wooden coaster in that area of the park. That'd be really cool. I would much rather see a hyper coaster in that area of the park, but definitely that's the area that's the area of Fiesta that needs the most. That could benefit the most from having a new coaster. What are your thoughts on Kennywood's racer coaster supports being on cinder blocks? I've seen crazier things. So that's pretty crazy, though. Where is the dive supposed to go? Great America, for sure. Alex, what's going on? Okay, so this Alex kid, he's a good friend of ours, man. This guy, he's a good guy. He's all right. He's okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, I rank him a 3. But he's been on, I'm just joking, Alex. He has gone on this crazy race, taking the whole 2 weeks off or 2 months off of work. He joined us at Rodeo, and then he went overseas. And his credits went from 400 something to 800 in a week. The guy's a maniac. He doesn't even sleep. He doesn't eat. It's crazy. I love it. I can't wait to see him. Have I ridden the drop tower at Carowinds? 100%. It's awesome. I don't know how many times I've been on it, but a lot of times. 130 times this year, Mark. Wow, for Project 305, that's impressive. Yeah, King's Dominion could benefit from a hyper coaster as their next coaster after this wing coaster. I really think they think that is definitely could be in the works and on the table. Alan, that's great. Alan, if you're there, Alex at all, but it's a great comment. He says, Alex is traveling for coasters is ruining the roads in North Carolina. He's not lying on that. There's a giant pothole out from our neighborhood. Oh my God, I can't stand it. So what other parks are announcing something other than King's Dominion, Carowinds, and Canada's Wonderland? We know Great America is. New England set to announce something, as well as Mexico and Magic Mountain. Those are the big ones. That's all I can really think of that come to the top of the head for right now. Do I see Busch Gardens Williamsburg getting a new drop tower since they removed the mock tower? I would love to think so, but maybe not. Probably I would like a swings. You know the streams. What the hell? Star Flyers. Adam, thank you so much for the super chat. Should I get my wife a Camden Park season pass for Valentine's Day? I know your wife, bro, and she would kick your butt out of the house, and you're not staying with us. So no, do not do that. What's going on, Raymond? Hope you're doing well, bro. I need to do another members Zoom call. I'll schedule that probably next week. But for sure, I miss seeing all you guys and doing our Zoom. Waldemir's fantastic park. I expect Canada's Wonderland to really build a really weird, unique, fun-looking launch coaster, most likely Premier Rides. Yeah, the Coaster Serpent. Yeah, the Lost Island is theming a new coaster, potentially at RMC Wild Moose, which is crazy. So if they do get a new coaster, everyone needs to go ride it for sure. The wet ride from Carowinds is going to be a mock splash battle, I think they're called. Dollywood's had one. They since removed it. I don't really know why Carowinds is building a new one. There's a lot of parks have removed theirs. Great America's did as well, the Buccaneer Battle. But then Epic Universe is opening one up too. So I guess, who knows? But that'll be getting that where the old little theater is. And then the new re-theme of the train ride, the kid train ride will be located behind the playground. And then the family coaster will be located where the train ride used to be. Can I see SeaWorld Orlando getting a flat ride where the Wet Arctic attraction was? Yeah, they could definitely utilize that building for some type of indoor dark ride. It'll be great for the park. I would just like to start seeing SeaWorld get, not flat rides everywhere because the park's so beautiful, but a couple flat rides here and there wouldn't really hurt the park. You guys, please give the video a like. I greatly appreciate it. We're at 79 now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do I think Leviathan is the worst B&M Gigas? I've never been on Leviathan, but knowing what I like in the coaster and judging by the layouts, I would go like B&M Hyperwise or GigaWise, Fury, Leviathan, Orion, I think. So I just like that Orion has the low to the ground turns, and I really like that for Fury. And I like the turnaround on Leviathan more than I do that hill that Orion has. Do I think that Iron Rattler is getting an extension like Jeffrey Sievert teased at the rodeo? That would be great. But again, I don't know if it makes sense return on investment wise to spend a couple $1 million to extend the layout. You'd have to reprogram the ride. Your capacity will be lower. I mean, they have the 3 trains, so they could technically do 3 trains, but I don't know. That'd be really cool. Popping out of that tunnel into maybe an overbank turn and then another inversion or even a stall. I don't know. It'd be cool. Yeah, Fury is hauling this year. Oh my gosh, Fury is. I rode it last night with one of my friends real fast, and you're going over the treble clef, and like it didn't even. It's not even like slowing down over it. It was like holy crap! It was wild. Is airtime overrated? I don't think so. I love it. It's my favorite thing about a coaster. Thank you, Mark, for your compliment. If you were a park president for Six Flags America, what would you do? I would really look at the management and the philosophy of the park, what I wanted to bring to the park, and just try to attract a better crowd, keep everything open. And they need a new coaster, but you can't just get a new coaster and expect everything else to happen overnight. You have to really work hard at it. And if I do like the park president now, I think he's doing Raymond. I think his name's Raymond. He's doing really good in my opinion. But if everyone else underneath him has that same vision, like management wise, they've got to do really well. What am I thinking about Six Flags Great America being a dive coaster? Oh, Ryan's the best hyper. What do you think the all Six Flags parks will cost in 2025? I don't. The rumors are they're not going to have one for all the parks. I think that's what I read. I'm not entirely sure. I'm tired, but like the platinum for Cedar Fair was like 240, 250, I think. So I think 350 would be a fair price, personally. With the value that you get because all these parks are even closer now. So I feel like that could definitely be a fair price point with some add-ons if people want to add on. It's a good joke, Coaster Scorpion. I love it. SNS Access for Great America. Yeah, I mean, I can see that as well, but I just feel like the dive coaster makes more sense. Do I think Steel Curtain will reopen again by next year? Hopefully. I don't know. I miss riding my Joe Burrow jersey on it, not gonna lie. Yeah, that ride. I like Steel Curtain. I don't like it. I like Fans Revenge just a little bit better, but I really enjoy Curtain. I hope they fix whatever it is. It's an ugly ass ride. Holy crap, it's ugly. I would have done yellow track and black supports. Personally, I think it looks better in the park. Not so like in your face, but whatever. Let's see. What question do you ask me? Let me scroll up. What are your chances of Six Flags Great America getting a parking lot giga? Anything's possible with the new Six Flags now, so hopefully that park could benefit from a giga down the road. If they could build that tall is another question, but Cedar Fair is known to build gigas, obviously, so hopefully, but it'll probably be about 2028, 2029. Ghost Rider and X2 credits or Steel Curtain and Top Thrill 2 credits. What do you choose? Top Thrill 2 and Steel Curtain. Would I do a trip to the Six Flags if New Ride was a tilt? I would like to get down there. I heard it's a great park. I've never left the country. So honestly, the main reason why is I wasn't financially able to do it until like 2 years ago, or even a year ago, really. So it's definitely in the thought process for sure. That's a great park. Superman looks great. Steel Medusa, I think it is, looks really good. And then their tilt coaster. So a good top three. Yeah, Cedar Point really laid an egg this year. Have you ever had a theme park food so bad that it made you question what you're doing with your life? Yeah, in the past I have. Nowadays we have the meal plan at the park, so I kind of like know what to get. But in the past, I'm sure there's been times where I eat like sketchy stuff, and I'm like, what the heck? This is not going to do well for me. Oh, this is a really good question, man. Coach Serpent, man, you're killing it tonight, bro. How would you fix Elitch Gardens? Uh, I would relocate it to a different part of the town so you have more room. I would keep every ride open, and I would focus on guest service and adding new rides that going to bring people in. It's a good question. I've never been to that park. I need to get out there. Zoodoo Loopers, what's up, my dude? Man, I hope you and your father and family are doing well. You guys got to go follow him. He does some of the most fantastic, like, cinematic videos out there. Like, he's so creative and talented. Yeah, if you like movies, watch what he does. It's really, really good. How would I fix Michigan's Adventure? I don't think there's nothing to be fixed. That park does really well for the chain. It brings in a lot of good money for the chain. And, I think it could definitely benefit from a new ride. But to say it fix it, there's nothing wrong with it. The attendance is always pretty steady, and they do a lot of corporate outings at the park, so their picnic area is always popular. So I definitely think a new coaster is a good thing for the park, and we will see one in about 4 to 5 years. Should I go to Cedar Point or Kings Island on vacation? If you're going this year, I would go to Kings Island. I don't think Top Thrill 2 at this point is going to reopen. Yeah, Dollywood's going to get a new coaster in 2026. 2025, they're going to get a new restaurant where their old Splash Battle ride was back in the Wilderness Run or Pass. I think it's Wilderness Pass area of the park. But they could definitely benefit from another restaurant, especially in that back area of the park. I could definitely see a new water slide being added to Splash Country. And I personally would love to see a new flat ride added. That'll be like the perfect addition for Dollywood next year. And then 2026 will be their big coaster year. All right, guys, about another 5 minutes or so. And then I'm going to get off here because 6 a.m. comes soon. Daddy daycare comes right around 8 o'clock in the morning. Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, turning 50 this year. Cool. I like that park a lot. I need to get back there. What coaster are you most excited for that opens in 2025? Top Thrill 2. I think I'm most intrigued by Wonderlands and Magic Mountains just because we don't know what it is. And what I'm hearing, it's going to be really good. Waldemar New Edition. They're getting the new Zamperla Nubiles next year, which is really good for them. It's a great ride. And after that, I have no idea. That park is killing it, though. I love Waldemar. Do I see Hershey Park closing their water park and relocating it outside the park nearby to allow the amusement park to expand as well as the water park? Great question. I don't know how much land Hershey owns, but what I would like to see, or if they could, is remove part of the parking lot, build a water park there, or expand the park. And yeah, I don't know. Because the water park's pretty much landlocked unless they get rid of their giant tidal wave, I think it's called, their water ride. I don't know if it's been open much this year at all. That park's just really creative how they use space. I'm really intrigued by that. But yeah, I could see them doing that. It would be cheaper to expand. Well, I don't know about that. Never mind. Disregard. Again, it's late. But yeah, I definitely think they could do it. I don't know if they would. Oh, it's a good question. Diego, do I think Kings Island or Kings Dominion's better and why? That's tough. I don't know. With this B&M launch swing coaster Kings Dominion's getting, You have Project 305, which is better than any coaster at Kings Island. Twisted Timbers is better than any coaster at Kings Island, and probably, in my opinion, I think, yeah. And then you have Grizzly, which is really good. Not as good as Mystic or the Beast. Dominator's really good. I don't know. I love Kings Island. Oh, that's tough. I really don't know. You're making me think. You know, I feel like I would have to go King's Dominion, but just by a little bit because of the big coasters there, me personally. So it took so long to answer that, but it was hard. Yeah, Hershey Park is great. I like Hershey Park. Operations, not so bad. Not so good. What is the best restroom at Carowinds? Aeronautica has the best, newest ones. They're relatively nice, and then the ones over by Camp Snoopy and Harmony Hall are great. Yes, Coaster Serpent, 100% agree. How to prepare for the Vekoma SLC and get the best experience possible. Just buy pads for your ears to put them on. That's going to do you really well. But it's horrible. Yeah, overall, those aren't horrible rides. The newer trains help. The ones that do have the newer trains, they're better. The layouts are great. I love the layouts. But yeah, I just try to like position my head back as hard as I can. How long has Carowinds been my home park? Since 2014. So I started off in Ohio until I was 21. Then I moved to Massachusetts to work at Six Flags New England for 2 years. Then I moved to Florida, worked at SeaWorld Orlando for 2 years, then Universal for 2 years. And I did some other stuff down there. Then I moved to Charlotte in 2014. I would love to see Hershey Park add a giant pendulum ride. The Twister. I like that. It's cute. I like that. What are my thoughts on Soul Spin? Yeah, it's good. Are you talking about the Knott's Berry Farm one? Or Kings Islands? Yes, please give this video a like. I need 100 likes. 100 likes, please. Greatly appreciate each and every one of you. One of my personal thoughts on Carowinds this year, I just posted on X. Go check it out. It's okay. They're not the best, not the worst. If Taylor Swift built a park with her $1 billion, how do you think it would compete with Dollywood in regards to quality? Depends where she's building it and the types of rides. We'll see. I mean, that's an interesting question. I mean, if I was like a basketball player or LeBron James or Taylor Swift or like, I would love to build my own theme park. That'd be really cool. Thank you very much, the Coaster Sam. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. All right, 2 more minutes and I'm going to bed. I'm tired, y'all. Hang time at Knott's has a rattle. That's unfortunate. I've only been on it once. I really liked it. I really would like to see more of those Gerstlauer Infinity coasters. Oh, that's a good question. When is my video on the 2010 Orca accident coming out? They said you would make a few years ago. I don't know. I mean, I might make that. But I worked at SeaWorld during the accident with Tillicum, and I knew Don Branshaw personally. So that's definitely an emotional video to make. But we'll see. Definitely, it's back on my mind now. So thank you. Kalawawa, thank you so much for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Will Six Flags America get a new coaster? Or Six Flags America? Hopefully so. I don't think it'll be next year, maybe 26, 27. It'll be interesting to see. Well, I think it's going to be a couple more years because I think that the new Six Flags will take some time to reevaluate what the parks are doing, what these parks need. Because remember, Cedar Fair is basically in charge of the Six Flags parks now, essentially. So that's good news for all of us. I'm excited for that. What do I think is coming to Magic Mountain in reality? I think it's a Vekoma multi-launch coaster, and it's going to feature some unique aspect to it. Is the hotel at Carowinds worth it? Yes, it's great. The Spring Hill Suites right across from the park. Do not stay at, oh my gosh, what's it called? Oh, let me look it up real fast. It is horrible, like sex trafficking, drugs. Like it's not, the price might entice some of y'all, like, oh, it's really cheap, I'll stay there, but it's not worth it. What's it called? It's right here. The Clarion. 2.9 stars out of 5. The recent reviews, it says here, this place was horrible. I did not feel safe when I was put up here by American Airlines. Ouch, that's horrible. It was so dirty and stunk so bad. I felt like I was in a crackhead motel. I did not sleep at all for the time I was there. I was scared too much to touch anything. That was 1 day ago. So, yeah, don't go there. Thunder Road should not have been removed, in my opinion. They could have built that water park just like King's Dominion has with the water park, the pathways to the water park going to and from underneath the supports. I have ridden on Falcon's Fury, yes, with my friend Michael and my good friend Brian, and I was scared crapless of it. But yeah, definitely want to ride. I need to ride with Zoodoo Loopers again. What will Six Flags Great America remove next? Good question. I don't know. That park has some intriguing. I don't know. I think everything's safe for now. They'll see what happens in the future. How hard is it to edit videos? I tell myself everything. It took me a long time at first, and I about almost threw in the towel like probably 10 different times saying, screw this, I'm not made for this nonsense. But I just kept at it and watched a lot of YouTube tutorials to just continue to get better and learning and stuff like that. So now it's super easy and fun for me now. Going to any haunts this year? I don't know. It all depends on what we're doing with our move and if we get a house and stuff like that. So we'll see. The Wrath of Rakeshar, whatever the hell it is, the Great American theming. It's definitely a little dark to it. I like it. I think a B&M dive coaster. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to bed. You guys, thank you so much. I know it's been a while. I promise I'll do another live stream probably in August with all the cool coaster announcements coming out. But thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you so much again. Remember to smile today, think positive, and keep riding coasters.